Yo, what's up, guys? I'm running a little bit behind. Been an interesting morning, to say the least. Didn't wake up till like 10 o'clock this morning. What's going on? Wednesday, April the 7th, 2021. What is up? How y'all doing? Phil, what's up? Travis, Justin, what's going on? Let's get situated here. Okay. All right, cool. Boom. What's up? Elizabeth Ballard, what's going on? How y'all doing? Wednesday, April the 7th, 2021, folks. Again, sorry I'm about a minute late or so. Didn't get out of bed this morning until about 10, which is late for me. So I do apologize. We didn't get back from Charlotte till about 1 o'clock. I was up till about 2 a.m. doing everything with the show and everything. We had to get the podcast out, man. Just bottom line, So well worth it, though. We had a great time, fun trip. Wish we could have won the game, but a fun trip overall. But guys, before we get going into everything, if I can speak today, before we get going, I want to tell you my friends are at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness and CJ Profit, the man behind it all. He's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years, guys. And the reason he's so good at what he does is because he's been there. He's done that. He's actually lost the weight himself. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself, doing the exact same type of training that he does at the gym. And guys at Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program's a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And the goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And again, guys, he's so good at what he does because he's been there. He's done that. He's been through the struggle. He's been through the grind. He knows exactly what you're going through. And he's going to be there with you every single step of the way, guys. The place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking the door. You'll probably just wish you did it sooner. And guys, right now they're offering a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. Or guys, if you go there right now, tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. You're going to get your first month free. It's a no-brainer. Again, if you're in the Columbia area, of course, Chapin, in the state of South Carolina, and you're looking for a personal trainer, you're looking for a new gym to go to, look no further than our friends at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Again, that's Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into it. Wednesday, April the 7th, 2021. Let's see. Justin, good afternoon, TSUS fam. Everyone's recovering from the heartbreak. Oh, the dramatics. We're being so dramatic on a Wednesday. Travis, well, tough L last night. All our goals are still out there in front of us. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, listen, tough L last night in the baseball game, which, of course, the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 417, obviously broke all that down. Also, the Justin Minaya news that dropped yesterday, the Darla Moore story that dropped late last night. Pretty wild. So, Travis Rowe, yeah, I was literally just talking about it. What do I think about it? I'm probably going to make a clip about this later today. I don't pretend to be the smartest guy in the room, bro. I really don't. I'm just a dude. You know what I mean? Whatever. But I don't know, man. I just what the hell is going on? The adults in the room. What's going on? Do I think it's something really petty and something that Darla Moore has made into some huge thing? And kind of yes. A little bit, Did she have to go out there and blast USC the way she did? No, she didn't. But it's bro, it's those little things. When you can't get those little things right, it's no wonder our football program can't win. It's no wonder our basketball program can't win. When you can't get the little things right, because I truly believe in every organization. You can most relate this to NFL, but every organization, doesn't matter, business, whatever. When you're not good, when the NFL team's not good, it normally starts up top with ownership, with the GM, the leadership. It stinks at that level and it bleeds all the way down. Normally there's a change needed up top. And I'd say the same thing goes in this situation. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't understand what the adults in the room are doing. Again, it's way above my pay grade. But you know what? I've met a lot of people in my life. I've met a lot of people who are really successful and have got a lot of money, and they're people of high notoriety and high standing and all. Just because you got money, don't make you smart. Believe it or not. Just because you got money don't mean you're smart, you're in shape, you're cool, you're funny, you got a good golf swing, God forbid. None of that matters, okay? So these people, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know who the adults are in the room. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with the Darla Moore thing. How do you let it get to that level where you have your top donor, like of all time, saying how embarrassed she is and she regrets like all like the money basically she's given? Like I don't know, man. It's I mean, I know we normally talk sports here, but it's just wild. It's just wild. And I'm not even an alum. I can't imagine. You know, I had multiple people text me and DM me last night saying like how embarrassed they were and everything. So, you know, just tough. Travis Well, not going to lie, why in the world would you drop $75 million on any university? Well, if you had $75 million to drop and you loved the university, I mean, I guess you would, you know. Ask anybody why anybody donates to their university. I'm sure there's people in this chat right now that donate to USC. Would any of you care to expand on why you donate? Whether it's $75 or $75 million. People donate because they love the university, I guess. I'd imagine, right? You're proud alumni. You have fond memories and you want to give back in some way. Let me open up the phone lines, by the way, guys. 843-790-3377. Phone lines looks like are open. Looks like the phone lines are open. HML, love listening to the Blair Wheeler project yesterday. I think Dustin Johnson's going to win. Yeah, for those who haven't listened, I think I'm actually going to put that conversation on tomorrow's podcast. I think we're going to use that. We were supposed to have an interview with Taylor Stallworth happening this morning, but that's former Gamecocks defensive tackle, if you didn't know what I'm talking about. But he actually had to cancel to go to the Colts facility. So we're going to reschedule that. So I think we're going to put the Blair Wheeler project audio on the podcast. Let's jump to the phone lines real quick. Phil, what's up, man?
Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. So you had a good time in Charlotte last night, but I wish we would have won. I had my whole family watching the game. Like normally, you know, my sister's a fan, but she doesn't watch all the sporting events on TV. And my mom, you know, she likes certain things. Like if she knows that we're going to win, she'll tune in. Like if we're the underdog, she ain't going to watch. Like, she didn't watch any men's basketball last season because she's like, oh, they're terrible. I ain't going to watch them lose.
Right.
But I had the whole family watching the game last night. I hate that we lost. It's a shame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was tough. It was tough, man. It was a hard-fought baseball game back and forth. I mean, listen, you're going to come out on the wrong side of those every now and then. It just happens. It's baseball. It is what it is.
But, you know, it is what it is. We move forward. Who we got this weekend? Is it Missouri?
Mizzou, yeah, at home. So
cool. Yeah. Should be 2 out of 3 at least on that.
Yeah, no, at minimum for sure, man. I'd say it's 2 out of 3, very sweepable series. I mean, again, as long as what happened last night doesn't linger into the weekend, that means no worries. You take care of your business in conference, you know, you're fine. So
perfect. I wanted to mention that Darla Moore changed her relationship status with USC to "it's complicated," man. What is going on?
Yeah.
You can't ignore that she openly and publicly did not want Bob Caslen as the president, and I wonder if that's why she didn't get a card. If Big Bob was like, "You don't get no card from us. I'm the president now. You didn't want me. I'm here. Sorry, we got your money. You ain't getting it back." And if I was her, I'd be like, I ain't going anywhere to the press or anything like that. I'm going directly to his house.
Yeah.
And I'm walking through the door because I paid $75 million, and I'm going to wag my finger in his face and say, "Where's my card, MFer?" You know what I'm saying? Like, $75,000 built that International Business School is number one in the country. It has been for, as long as I've known about the International Business School. So 20 years. It is what it is, but it should have been done in private, not public. USC gets a bloody nose and a black eye for really just petty stuff.
Yeah.
So it should have been handled privately, not publicly.
Phil, I'm curious, as someone who donates to USC, when they ask why would somebody do that, what's your response? Like, why would somebody donate to their school?
Why would you do that? I mean, if you appreciated your education there, they don't get all their money from the state of South Carolina. So the buildings have to be built. The books have to be put into the library. The athletics need help, obviously. So, that doesn't, they don't have Bitcoin and a bunch of virtual wallets everywhere. So if you have pride in your school and you've used your education and made something of yourself, you might as well give back at least something. So that's my approach to it, is paying it forward. And if USC helped you in any way whatsoever, you might as well throw a little bit of money back.
Yeah.
In their direction.
Yeah. No, I was just curious to get your perspective for somebody that gives back. Because like I said, somebody asked and,
ultimately it comes down to, I love the university, man. It was the best decision I've ever made in my life.
Yeah.
It's choosing Carolina. I mean, the friends that I have, the experiences I gained, that place is special, man. You don't hear a lot of people, talk about their university the way that Carolina folks, alumni, talk about Carolina.
Yeah.
It's just, for some people, it's just, this is where I went to school to get my education, and that's it.
Yeah.
But we love it. It's a passion. All you have to do is walk around on campus. There's something special about Carolina. I will have my ashes spread over around the horseshoe and hopefully at Williams-Brice, along with Mount Washington here in New Hampshire. I wish I could go back in time and relive it all over again, but we can't, So, but it's a very special place. You talk to any alumnus, they'll tell you the same thing. And it's a shame that the university is getting under the bus here over probably what comes down to the presidents and the biggest donor butting heads. It's a shame.
Right. Yeah. It is. It's a bad look for everybody. So, yep. Like I said, where are the adults in the room, Phil? Where are the adults?
Yeah, like I said, if I was Darnell Moore, I would have walked right into his house and whacked my finger in his face, but I would have never gone to public.
Yeah.
That's how my approach.
High school drama, man. That's what it comes off as.
You're right. It's not a good look, man. Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Hey, appreciate you calling in, Phil. Take care. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. 843-790-3377. All right, let's jump back to the phone lines here.
Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, man? Not much. Appreciate you calling in.
So, quick question. How was the attendance last night, like in ratio to North Carolina to South Carolina fans?
I mean, I thought it was 50-50. I mean, I didn't really notice like any, there being way more of one side than the other. I thought there were a good number of Gamecock fans there, though. So, I mean, if anything, I'd say it was 60-40 USC, but I'd probably say 50-50. I mean.
All right, and what was your key takeaway from Jack Mahoney's start after that rough first inning?
I mean, yeah, I think he's, got a lot of moxie and poise as a freshman. I think he's got a lot of, stuff's really good. Obviously he had that rough first inning, but and he'll learn from it. He'll get better. But no, I mean, I continue to be, impressed by our freshmen and their poise and, how he handled adversity, how he battled. He ended up settling down after that first inning, and ended up having a really good start for you. So, yeah, no, I was overall, to give up 1 run to scatter 6 hits like he did on a night where I don't think he had I say he didn't have his best stuff, and that umpire was really squeezing him, especially early on. So
Yeah, it was a tight zone.
yeah, it was an incredibly tight zone. So, I was impressed with him. I like Jack Mahoney a lot. I think he's probably a weekend starter next year, and obviously he's a big piece of this bullpen right now. So, really, again, though, what stands out is the poise. For a true freshman, he didn't get rattled. He's a guy that you just watch him pitch. He pitches with emotion. He loves to battle. He loves to fight. He loves the moment. So, and that was a big spot. That was a big spot for a true freshman on a Tuesday night in Charlotte against UNC. That wasn't a Winthrop. That wasn't a Gardner Webb. It was a big game. So, to see him kind of step in the spotlight and do that. I mean, I was happy. I was happy with him and all of our pitchers, man. Really, we pitched our tails off. Just didn't hit enough. That's kind of all there is to it. So,
thank you for taking my call. I've been a diehard fan for a few years. I have a lot of your merch, so keep doing what you do.
Dude, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I seriously appreciate the love.
Yeah,
See you, man. Thanks. Good stuff. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls, guys. 843-790-3377. Yet again, let's see. Savannah Webster, she's not owed anything but a $5 card. Is common decency, especially when the upstate school did it. Yeah, that's what's tough is that Clemson did it. If you didn't see, Clemson actually sent her something. I think that's definitely what got her going. So. Dirt Heckler, what happened? So basically, Darla Moore's mother passed last week, and USC did not send condolences. So Darla Moore was obviously very upset about that and wrote an open letter to the Board of Trustees, and basically it got out, and she's basically saying how she regrets even giving being involved with her alma mater and giving the money. And there's plenty of articles about it. If you want to go read and get more details, but it's not good. It's not good. Not a good look for anybody involved. It's not a good look for anybody involved. Yeah, bad move by USC. Jacob Edwards, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Indeed. Cody Gaskins, I wish I was that filthy rich. My only worries were university not denying me a I'm sorry for your loss card. Let's see, guys. Taking your questions, comments. And again, like I said, quick reminder, podcast dropped this morning, episode 417. Breaking down the baseball game last night. Justin Minaya transferring, the Darla Moore stuff. Ton to get into here on a Wednesday. Hope you guys are all doing well. Got a packed show today. Packed show. We need some baby Burgess shirts. Well, definitely can't put Burgess on a t-shirt. So. Spring game coming up soon, yeah. Cayman Lights, he says, Cam Smith with some big words. I thought he played well in his limited time on the field, but what do you say? Yeah, if you missed it, Cam Smith saying he thinks he could be the J.C. Horn of the defense next year. Yeah, and I'll say this, man. I heard from a Gamecocks defensive back that's currently on the team right now back in December. He told me that he felt that Cam Smith was the best defensive back, the best cornerback on the team, even with JC and Izzy. So Cam Smith's got potential. He's got the talent. I think it's always been there. And, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's definitely our best DB. There's no question. Is he going to be the JC Horn level? I have no idea. But he's definitely our best DB. There's no question. Brian Dean says, ready for football. Yeah, I'm ready for football too, man. That spring game, April the 24th. We'll have the spring game at 2, baseball at 4. That's going to be a fun day. Brian Dean says, I think Debo's going to be a rock at linebacker. Yeah, no, I think so too, man. A hard hitter. I mean, everybody that talks about him talks about how this dude lays the wood. So I definitely think yeah, he's going to be a hard hitter in the middle, which is what we need, man. We need a run stopper. We need a guy that has that mentality that sets the tone for the defense. Cayman Lightsy, what are the odds Jason Brown wins the start at quarterback? I think it's more than likely Luke Doty's job right now, personally. But you never know. I mean, you never know. Like I said, if I had to pick right now, I'd say Luke Doty's your starting quarterback. I think so, just because, the kid has experience. And here's the thing, I don't know why people have been so quick to kind of jump ship from the Luke Doty hype train, but I mean, Luke Doty came in as a very highly regarded prospect. I mean, this is a really good quarterback, extremely athletic, can spin the football really well. I mean, Marcus Satterfield called him a natural passer. I mean, the kid's got talent. So, I think Luke Doty, the sky is still the limit for him. I've got really, really high expectations and think he can be a special player for Carolina for sure. I mean, listen, Jason Brown has all the measurables, everything else, but like I said before, it's just there's a difference between playing at St. Francis and the SEC. And that's been the biggest question for him is, can he adjust to that speed? Can he adjust to this SEC level? And there's, I think, of course, Luke Doty's going to have the nod right now because there's one guy on the roster that's played an SEC game. There's one guy on the roster that's played, taken a snap at the University of South Carolina in a real game, and it's Luke Doty. So, bottom line, I mean, I'm excited. Of course, we'll all be excited to watch the quarterbacks in the spring game. We definitely will. But, no, if I had to guess right now, I'd definitely say Luke Doty. So, no, I mean, Cayman, it's fine. It's great content. Anytime you have a quarterback battle, if you will, it's I think it's everybody's excited. Everybody's got their, everybody's in tune to it. Everybody's fired up about it. So I don't know. I think it's exciting. I think it's interesting for sure. So. Travis says, hopefully we can develop our quarterbacks. Muschamp era couldn't develop a freaking player. Yeah, that's what it'll come down to. That's what it'll come down to. Brian Dean, yes. Eastern Illinois in the opener. Eastern Illinois, yes, sir. I'm going to put up a poll real quick. I also need to put up the question box for the podcast. I forgot to do that. It was so late last night, I forgot to do it. Ham Renovations is Herb Street will pick Eastern Illinois. Brian Dean, Clemson opens with Georgia. Too bad both teams can't lose. I really hope Georgia beats the shit out of them, though. What's up, Chris? Hope you're doing well. First thing, condolences and prayers to the Moore family. And what is one of your major concerns for this football team this year? Your friend Robbie Davis. Robbie, appreciate you. One of my major concerns is, without a doubt, the defense and without a doubt, the secondary. I mean, you look right now, man, you've only got 10 scholarship players on the roster that play defensive back. I just really think, fans need to come to grips with that. It's going to be rough on defense, just bottom line. We're going to have to really hope and pray we can defend on our front seven, and especially our edge guys and our pass rushers. Of course, you get JJ back. You've got Zach Pickens. You've got Jordan Birch. You got Brad Johnson coming back. You got this Jordan Strawn kid. You got Debo. I think you got some pretty talented guys in the front seven. But no question, the key against us is going to be throw the football. Throw the football, bottom line. So, I think we're going to give up some points. I do. I think we're going to give up some points realistically, defensively, and I think we're going to score some points, but I think we're going to give up points too. So my biggest concern would certainly be defensively and the back end of the defense. No doubt. Yeah, and Boogie's back from injury. Yeah, Boogie Huntley. How about that? Let's see. Yeah, Huntley, no, look, I'm not saying – I think we're going to be good in the front seven. I think we've got guys obviously up front. But just matching up against elite wide receivers, man, I think is going to be tough. I think it's going to be really, really tough. Nah, Skyline, I actually didn't just get out of my bed. If you look at the video I posted this morning for the podcast, I had just gotten out of my bed then. I'm actually fresh, showered, everything else, but just not wearing a hat today, man. Just not wearing a hat. Also went to bed at 2 o'clock last night after recording the podcast, so that might be some of it as well. So, yeah, this is not the suit and tie show. This is the Spurs Up show, so you kind of get what you get. Some days you get it all together. Some days we're just hanging out, chilling, whatever. You know what I mean? I do need a haircut, though. That's definitely something. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Phil says, hopefully when Cam Smith says he wants to be the J.C. Horn, I hope he doesn't mean quitting on the team when things get tough. There it is. How did I know that was coming? How did I know that was coming? Savannah, saw some good film from the wide receivers today. Got some much-needed size coming in. Yeah, we got some big dudes. I mean, it sounds like Justin Stepp and that those guys are really excited. Let's not also forget baseball season is still going on. How about that? Baseball season is still going. So just because we lost to UNC last night doesn't mean the season's over. We still got a good chance to take 2 out of 3 at minimum or sweep this weekend. So, we got a chance to do some big things this year. There's no question. Came in lightsy. EJ Jenkins looks like a beast. Why wasn't he more highly recruited? I don't know, man. Because playing the wide receiver position is not just about being tall. I mean, I think that's probably what it is. I think there's other things that go into it, man, like speed and route running and being able to get off a one-on-one and hands and everything else, footwork, you know what I mean? So just because you're 6'7" doesn't make you a good wide receiver. So Savannah Webster, all y'all making these comments about JC, I don't want to see you bragging about how he goes in the draft. LOL. Courtney Washington says, come on, Phil. That's low. JC did what was best for him in his career, and y'all railing dude for it. That's wrong. Drayton Huffman says, if the guys didn't go for home runs every swing, they would have won that game easily. North Carolina isn't good in my opinion. Yeah, and listen, Kingston said it in his post-game presser. That, just the guys were anxious. For whatever reason, we were anxious, and I definitely agree with him. I thought that, we didn't strike out a lot. We only struck out 8 times, but he mentioned there was a lot of weak contact on balls that we chased that we don't normally go after. And I agree with him. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the excitement of playing in that ballpark or what it might have been. I don't know what the deal was. I really don't. I don't know why we were so anxious, but we were. And it's just some nights it happens, man. It's like, and I thought we actually had some hard hit balls that, we took some good swings, and it was either right at guys or just an atom ball or whatever, and it just, you're going to have nights like that, like I said, guys. But the encouraging thing about this team is this: you have the pitching. The pitching's not going anywhere. You're going to pitch well enough to win every single game. So the bats are going to come and go. You just got to hope that they're there more than they're not, but we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Savannah Webster, I'm sure you noticed this. They wore the Carolina unis and we didn't. I mean, yeah, I didn't really give a damn. Who cares? Like, whatever. I wouldn't want us to wear our Friday night pins in that Tuesday game anyways. So I thought our unis were fire last night. Fire. With the pin bottoms, those unis were incredible. Like, those might need to be the new Sunday unis, honestly. And those garnet tops at night look so good. So that really, I know that bothers some of you. That didn't bother me. Whatever. They wore, whatever, man. Justin, any news on hosting regionals? There's like a fly in here, like a little gnat. I don't know how I got in here. Let's see. Justin, any news on hosting regionals? It's still predetermined. Yeah, so the NCAA is going to predetermine the hosting sites, but again, the bids have to be submitted, and I think South Carolina's going to have a good chance to still host if we continue to take care of our business and do our thing. So let's see. Okay. Drayton Huffman, extremely weak. Seemed like every time the guys hit it was straight to a guy in North Carolina, but I'm not worried about it. Boys will be fine. We got a hell of a baseball team. Just want to see them make a run in the postseason. Yeah, for sure. No, we'll be fine. We got a good ball club. We'll be fine. It's one game. And it's not an embarrassing loss like some people are trying to insinuate on social media. You lost in extra innings to an ACC rival. Like, guys, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, I'm not trying to sit here and say and convince you that UNC is some great team and we should act like they are, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to lose some of those ball games. You're going to win your fair share of those. You're going to lose your fair share of those. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen. So I have no worries, no concerns at all right now about this team. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls. Well, quick reminder, podcast did drop this morning, episode 417. Breaking down the baseball game last night. Also, the Justin Minaya news and the Darla Moore fiasco. Everything. Packed show on a Wednesday. I really didn't expect it to be that packed. I thought it was just going to be baseball. And, of course, it's just, like I said, guys, it's so funny. With USC, like, there's never a lack of drama. Ever. I've almost gotten to the point where I'm like, you guys remember I thought about going to 2 shows a week or whatever. I'm like, how could we do 2 shows a week? How would it even be possible? Stuff happens every day with USC. We can't go a single day without drama. We just can't do it. We love it. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Justin, you got to give an eye to UNC. The shortstop guy has got some good leather skills last night and robbed 2 if not 3 good hits. Savannah Webster, girls basketball going to the Bahamas in November, first annual battle for Atlantis. Savannah, I might need to hire you as a freaking women's basketball, the go-to for WBB. Might need to have you do it. I don't know if there's anyone more passionate about women's basketball than you. And I say that like applauding, not in a negative way, obviously. Thomas Walker, how do you not have someone on staff purely devoted to keeping her happy? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's an oversight that shouldn't happen. Bottom line. The golden rule, whoever has the goal makes the rules. And when you got somebody giving your school $75 million, you got to make them happy. Got to keep them happy. So, yeah, it is what it is in that regard. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Drayton Huffman, what happened with Darla Moore? Basically, long story short, her mother passed away. South Carolina did not send condolences to Darla Moore. Just didn't do it. And, so she got pretty pissed and wrote an open letter basically saying she, regretted her involvement with her alma mater and basically regretted giving all the money she had given and really, really pissed off. So it's just not a good look. Not a good look all the way around. Not a good look. Scott Staney, where did her money come from? If you Google her, she's got a Wikipedia page. I know her husband had a huge investment firm or whatever. So and I'm pretty sure she did stuff too. I mean, you'd have to do a Google search, my friend. I guess I could just do it right now, whatever. Why not? Darla Moore, American investor and philanthropist, former president and partner of the private investment firm Rainwater Inc. She was married to Richard Rainwater, who founded the firm. She graduated from USC in 1975 with a BA in political science. So, yeah, she did a lot of good stuff in Washington. So, interesting. Drayton Huffman, is Mizzou ass at baseball? Do I think they're the upper echelon? No. I think they're down at the bottom tier with Kentucky, them. They did take 2 or 3 from A&M last weekend. So I'm really hesitant to say, because I said earlier this season, Mizzou is hot dog water. I literally went on record and said that. But, anybody can beat anybody in the SEC, man. Like I said, they took 2 or 3 from Texas A&M last weekend. So obviously they've got some decent players. I don't think A&M are any world beaters this year by any stretch, but they must have some ball players. So, I think it's certainly a series you've got to be you got to be feeling good about. You should feel good about. You should expect minimum to win 2 or 3 at home, no question. And it's one certainly when you look at the rest of the series, the rest of the way, you say, you know what, this is going to be as good an opportunity as any to get a sweep. So I think the opportunity's there. Again, I'm not going to be disappointed if you win 2 out of 3, but at home, with your guys on the bump and being, you'd love to take advantage and get the sweep. But definitely, certainly, this is a series, in my opinion, South Carolina should at minimum take 2 of 3. I think they should. So Phil Harris says, bottom line, J.C. Horn will never be celebrated like other Carolina greats because of his selfishness. He also says, I want us to recruit big-time players that game aspirations to play at the next level, but not at the expense of our team. That'll start some conversation. Phil. I love it. Courtney Washington said, is he selfish when he made the best decision for himself? You have to understand these kids are making lifetime decisions. I will say this to everybody about the decision he made. I have no issues, whatever. He made the best decision for himself. But I was talking to my buddy about this last night on the way to Charlotte. It's interesting how, the cultures of baseball and football, how much different they are. Because you would never in a million years see someone opt out in baseball. Ever. You would never see that happen. You just wouldn't. The culture of it's just different. I don't know. You would not see it happen. Bottom line. Can you imagine can you imagine Vandy going to the Super Regionals or going to Omaha and Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker opting out? I'm asking a genuine question. Can you even fathom that? Can you literally even fathom that? It's the cultures of the games are, which again, it's not to say that JC or whatever, they made their decisions. It is what it is. Whatever. To each their own, and they made a decision best for them and keep it moving. But you'd never see that in baseball. It's just bottom line. Drayton, think about going to the games. One of the games this weekend. I was just curious. Don't want to go to a game and see them lose. Now, I think you should be pretty safe. I want to say they're going to win all 3, but Matt Bruno wasn't a reason JC decided to opt out. His aunt was in the hospital with COVID and wanted to spend time with family. Yeah, he had family stuff. Obviously. Yeah, he said that. JC did say that. Phil, I understand a lot of these players will never love Carolina like I love it, but there's a way to go about it. I don't think JC did it the right way, and I'm not alone in that, which is why he will never be celebrated like others before him. Phil is going in here on a Wednesday. Courtney Washington, he doesn't owe you anything or any fans. His teammates understood his decision, and that's all that matters. Phil says, again, Horn messed up because he didn't explain his reasoning for opting us out as far as his family and COVID until a couple of weeks ago. All he had to do was say that in the beginning. Certainly would have helped his cause. There's no question. Savannah Webster, think of the big teams in college. No opt-outs. Culture's different, even with football, depending on the program. There were some big programs that had opt-outs. There were a couple. LSU had a big one. They were there, it's on a case-by-case basis. You know what I mean? Tyrell Campbell Sr., there was nothing left to play for when they made their decision after the coach that recruited them was fired. He's still a Gamecock at the end of the day, a damn good one at that. He doesn't owe us an excuse. Savannah Webster, I'm in a lot of groups. He has posted a lot. People still post Debo a ton. Oh, Phil, that's not you. There's another Philip Harris. Oh, my goodness. Phil, the Muschamp hacker has created a fake Phil Harris account. Holy smokes. This just in. Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun. There's 2 Philip Harrises. Wow. What are the odds? 2 Philip Harrises. Henry Stone, when fans and players have beef, it's obviously a shit show. That's why Muschamp got fired. There's an umpire. It's like the Spider-Man meme where they're both pointing. That's literally Phil and Phil right now. That's literally Phil and Phil. Hold on, I got you guys. If you give me like 5 seconds. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. If it will ever send. Will ever send. All right. Check this out. There's an imposter. Philip Harris. Who is the real one? Will the real Philip Harris please stand up? Someone is not who they say they are. Phil, I'll definitely send you this, by the way. Someone is not who they say they are. Damn it, Phil. Phil needed 2 accounts to talk shit. That's what it is. He needed 2 accounts. Oh, Philip Harris. This is why people tune into the Daily Crow. This is funny. We have like this little tight community that like thinks that knows how funny this is. Our little inside jokes. All right. Yeah, that's how we know the real Phil Harris is. Let's ask a rugby related question that only the real Phil Harris would know. That's it. All right. Let's see. Savannah, you acknowledge the Deshaun Watson stuff. Woo! Yeah, I was talking to my buddy again about that on the way up there to Charlotte, and I was just like, dude, like, I mean, yikes. I mean, what is it like 23 women have come out? I mean, what are the odds at least one of those isn't true, you know? What are the odds? So, what are the odds? I will say this. I will say this to Phil's point about J.C. Horn. And this is not my feelings on it, but this is just my analysis from what I see and my take on it. Because I think Phil has a point, unfortunately, Courtney. I think he does. And again, it's not that I'm like agreeing on it and whatever. But it's just, I think it is like a reality. I do agree with Phil in the sense that J.C. Horn, unfortunately, fairly or unfairly, because of the decision, he's not going to be celebrated by this fan base as one of the all-time greats. He's just not. He's just not, no matter where he's drafted. Like, and I hate that because we're going to have the draft in a few weeks, literally, 3 weeks or so. And J.C. Horn's going to be a top 10, top 15 pick at worst. And instead of celebration and Gamecock fans, like, good job, congrats. And there's still going to be many that do that. But there's going to be a large pocket of people who don't want anything to do with him. I mean, dude, listen, I see it. Every time I post a piece of J.C. Horn content on Instagram especially, people go crazy in the comments talking about JC, quitter. Why are they still letting a quitter use the facility? Again, fairly or unfairly, and I'm not saying I feel that way because you know what? At the end of the day, I think this is how I feel about it. At the end of the day, you know what? Is J.C. Horn my favorite Gamecock of all time? Absolutely not. No. Not even in probably the top 10. No. But do I appreciate what he did for USC? Do I respect his decision? You know, he had the right to do what he did. I respect it. Totally fine. And I'm not holding over any grudges or any ill will or anything like that. So, you know what? If he used us to get to the league, fine. We're going to use wherever he gets drafted. We're going to use him in recruiting. So I guess we just used each other. Who gives a damn? You know what I mean? So who gives a damn? It is what it is. But, you know, fairly or unfairly, whatever, call it what it is, there's going to be a large pocket of Gamecock fans that do not like J.C. Horn or Israel McQuammen for that matter. Bottom line. And it's unfortunate, but it's just the reality, guys. It is. So, you know, I don't know if JC and Izzy expected that when they opted out. I don't know what they expected to happen when they opted out, but unfortunately, I just think that's the reality right now. So, you know, this just is what it is, man. But whatever. Like I said, I say, man, you know, and Phil, I respect your feelings, obviously, and I respect your, you know, your opinion and everything, of course. And I just say this, man, again, having a grudge, and this applies to life, relationships, sports, anything, just applies to life. Holding a grudge, it only hurts the person with the grudge. And I understand how it's hard to it's easier said than done in that regard, because we're all wired as human beings, and it's in our DNA and our nature to let our egos and our emotions control how we feel and think about things. But detach yourself from that and just wish the guy well. Bottom line. Because, again, holding a grudge does nothing. It doesn't hurt J.C. Horn. He don't care. He's going to the league. He's going to make millions. He don't give a damn. It only hurts you in the end. So just wish him well. You don't have to like him. You honestly don't. You don't have to like him. Again, J.C. Horn is not my favorite player. You know? J.C. Horn, if you guys really want to know, now that he's not there anymore, I mean, J.C. Horn went out of his way on multiple occasions to try to shit on me on social media. Multiple times. So is he my favorite guy? No. Is he going to be on the podcast anytime soon? Probably not. Probably not. But I appreciate what he did at USC. You know, obviously he gave us the best win we had last season when he went off against Auburn. So I wish him the best. He made a decision. Respect his decision. Thank you so much for what you did for Carolina football. Now we move on. Bottom line. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Christopher Gauntz, yeah, I will. I believe Carolina baseball will bounce back as well. Courtney Washington, well, those fans shouldn't take credit for his achievement in the NFL. I mean, I don't think they will. I don't think they really give a damn, Courtney. Honestly, I don't think those fans that don't like JC really give a damn what he does in the league. Justin says, my rant, prayers to the Moore family. I see her point, but also she could have some understanding as to we just have to hire a new football coach, staff, dealing with men's basketball coach situation, and the future of Ray. Well, when you got somebody giving you $75 million, they want to be a priority. Hey, men's basketball coach Sean Miller is out at Arizona. Should we go hire Sean Miller? Robbie Davis says, holding a grudge gets you nowhere in life. It makes you look like an idiot. Yeah, it hurts you in the end, man. It doesn't hurt the other person. It hurts you. So they're going to continue to do their thing and be who they are and live their life the way they see fit. And you holding a grudge or being mad or upset, it does nothing. It does nothing but hurt you. So let it go. You got to at some point try to come to peace with it and let it go. If you don't, it'll linger. It'll eat at you and it'll kill you. I mean, it really will. So it'll rob you of your happiness. It'll rob you of your happiness, and that is no bueno. So Justin says, with JC, I don't fault the kid for opting out to spend time with a sick family member. Could he have let the fans know? Of course, but I think the culture was definitely different because Shaw, JD, Jeffries, something. John Rice says, maybe Arizona will hire Frank. Yeah, right. Good one. Good one. Let's see. Joseph, I try to inject wisdom somewhat. I don't know much, but I know some things. Courtney Washington, Castle will never hire Sean Miller. He's a character guy. Bro, I'm a win guy. I mean, that's what was so funny, by the way. So many people got pissed off the other day. So many people got pissed off the other day like last week when we put out that article saying that South Carolina would have to cheat to win a national title in basketball and football. People got so up in arms. I'm like, I'm not on a high horse. Like, dude, I would trade 10 years of probation for a ring. Give me a ring. I don't give a damn how we did it. I don't care if you got to get a bag man, if you got to do it. There's no honor amongst thieves. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? Just find a way to get the job done. Jacob Edwards, you got to go get your money when you can. It's not like the fans are going to pay your bills if you get injured. Steven says the J.C. Hornet situation is a lot like the Javon Kinlaw situation. Again, got nothing but love for JC, man. He's probably going to come back. You know what I mean? He's probably going to come back at some point. I hope the reception for him is positive. So I don't know. Again, guys, great show today. Great stuff. Excuse me. Great stuff today here on a Wednesday, guys. Like I said, quick reminder, check out the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 417, breaking down last night's baseball game. Of course, nobody's talking about Justin Minaya, by the way. You guys didn't want to talk about Justin Minaya today? Everybody's just so over basketball. We're like, the hell with it. They can all leave. Whatever, screw it. Also, I touched on the Darla Moore situation. Just the mess that is that. So, yeah, great stuff. Highly suggest you guys check out the podcast that dropped this morning. By the way, guys, if you're in here and you have not done this, please take 5 seconds out of your day. Go to iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen. Take 5 seconds, leave a 5-star review. It helps boost up the podcast. It makes us look really good, to be honest. So if you haven't, please do me that favor. Leave a 5-star review. It takes 5 seconds out of your day. Go leave that 5-star review. So, hey, and if there's things you like about the show, you don't like about it, tell me. Leave your feedback there. I check it every now and then. I'd like to increase those reviews. I stopped saying it on every episode because I thought people were getting tired of me saying it. But, hey, when I was saying it, we were actually getting reviews. So maybe I'll start saying it like once or twice a week again because I'd love to boost. I'd love to get to 500. We're like 360. I'd love to get more reviews. So wherever you guys listen to the podcast, go leave a review. I'm surprised YouTube doesn't have reviews, like reviews for their channels. That's kind of surprising. You'd think that'd be a thing. Yeah, dude, we have 373 reviews. Our last written review was January the 1st, 2021. So it's been a while. It's been a while since we had a review. Courtney Washington, South Carolina don't have the clout to cheat. We couldn't even get Brian Bowen on the court. Maybe you make a good point, Courtney. Phil says in here, let's see. Phil says, I already have my gift picked out for your meme when he gets drafted in the first round that you post, Chris. The theme will be meh. I don't know. Great stuff today, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, if you're tuned into this or whatever, for everybody that showed love at the game last night, because there were a lot of people that came up, said what's up, showed love and appreciation for the show. Truly appreciate you guys. I mean, without you guys, none of this would be possible. And I really do mean it when I say thank you and show gratitude. And I'm extremely grateful for all you guys that tune in, that show love to the content, support the content, share the content. It means the absolute world to me. And obviously the Spurs Up show would not be what it is without you guys. But again, stay tuned to all the content today. We got content rolling here on a Wednesday. Go submit your questions, by the way, on Instagram for the podcast. It's going to drop tomorrow. Probably going to record that around 3 or 4. And, tomorrow's show, of course, we'll be breaking down the Missouri series. And then Friday, we'll be talking prediction for Carolina-Mizzou as the Gamecocks look to bounce back this weekend at home at Founders Park against the Tigers. But, guys, again, had a great Wednesday, had a great day, great show. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll do it again tomorrow. Y'all take care. Appreciate y'all.